It is November 27th, 2024. I'm Graham Mosimann, and welcome to Game on Hockey, your quick grip around the world of hockey in 10 minutes or less, a presentation of the Game Over Network. Today on the show, some absolutely galaxy brain choices for goaltender for Team Canada at the Four Nations face-off. Oh boy, it's... it is somehow worse than you think. We have a suspension for Timo Meir and potentially some landing spaces for David Jiricek. And that is exactly where we start the show today. Now, yesterday, it is now my pipe dream. It is my goal and my hope as an Oilers fan to manifest the David Jiricek to Edmonton, Jeff Skinner to Columbus, for David Jiricek for Jeff Skinner plus stuff. That's the hope. Jeff Skinner has not been a fit in Edmonton as of yet. Edmonton does have some scoring possibilities existing in the minors if they want to test them out. Jeff Skinner plainly hasn't worked yet and hasn't really been given a chance. Jiricek, not stoked in Columbus. Columbus, not stoked on David Jiricek, so you send one Jeff Skinner who can bring in some scoring, maybe some help in terms of draft picks and prospects, and you kind of have a perfect setup, maybe, possibly. Well, in all likelihood, it won't happen, unfortunately, for Oilers partisans, as Frank Saravalli reports that he believes that Columbus has 5 to 6 on the table in terms of offers for David Jiricek. The teams in the mix are Minnesota, Flyers, Penguins, Sabres, and Sharks. So the Oilers probably have to put something together, or any Canadian team will have to put something together in order to get Don Waddell's attention. So, as much as I may hope and dream, David Jiricek probably not coming to Edmonton anytime soon. Now, this is baffling. Team Canada's goaltending situation is bad. Honestly, I'm in my 30s, and I can never remember a time where there has been so much uncertainty around the goaltending position. Now, the Four Nations face-off is going to be our first real chance to check in on best hockey since the NHL hasn't been present at the Olympics for a little while. Now, yeah, it's a little weird. Of course, there's no Team Germany, who has put together a really good program. Team Switzerland has had some really awesome stuff. Czechia won't be there, and of course, Russia, for obvious reasons. But still, between Finland, Sweden, Canada, and the U.S., should be a very, very fun tournament when the NHL takes a pause in February. Well, it'll be fun for everyone but Canadian hockey fans, as it looks like 2 of the 3 goalies for Four Nation face-off, Jordan Binnington and Adin Hill, shoot me in the face. Why? Jordan Binnington is old and bad. Adin Hill is, okay. But you gotta squint really hard to make it seem like he's okay, especially when you're going up against Finland, who can roll out one UC Soros or Team USA with a Connor Hellebuck and a Jake Ottinger. Has Team Canada goaltending ever been in such an iffy position? Now, Joey Daccord could be on the table for Team Canada, but things are a little squirrely around how it may work with his citizenship. Hockey Canada doesn't have a firm answer on Joey Daccord's eligibility. He is a dual citizen, but he doesn't have a Canadian passport. He has an American passport. So how does that work? Look, if we're at the point where a national hockey team full of supposedly the best players in the world are going, yes, Joey Daccord, he might be the one to save this team, I got the big worries about how Team Canada is going to do. I know it sucks to say, I am fairly positive that we're going to get waxed. And that makes me very, very sad. New Jersey Devil forward Timo Meir has been suspended 1 game for cross-checking Predators forward Zach Lareau in the face. The 2 players got kind of tangled into it. Zach Lareau is a player with a bit of an edge. He kind of got in the face of some defensemen and the goalie for the Devils. And oh boy, Timo Meir just shows up. Wha-bam! Gives him an old how do you do to the teeth. So just one game for that one. Timo Meir has a clean record. I'm sure if the NHL released a video about it with 17 different microphones and very poor audio quality, we'd find out more about the whole situation. One final story before we wrap up the show today. Canucks general manager Patrick Allvin had some comments about JT Miller, who has left the team on an indefinite leave of absence. This Patrick Allvin saying, quote, "First and foremost, I'm very proud of JT seeking help. I don't know if he said it, but I believe that he's going to be a better person, better teammate, and a better hockey player when he returns, and we sure miss him. He's such an impactful hockey player, and I think we have, and the league has all the right to support and help him." That is the first public comment from the Canucks about JT Miller's absence, who is currently away from the team. Huge loss for the Canucks, who are in a really nice place in the top 3 in the Pacific. They did just get Brock Besser back, but JT Miller is one of those guys that's almost impossible to replace, given how much he adds to your team, both from faceoffs, as a center, as a winger. One of the better players in the league, who's 100% had their image kind of be pulled around. Because remember, there was that time where it was like, oh, this is JT Miller's team or Bo Horvat's team. I don't know, JT Miller, not that great, doesn't play defense. And, sure, Bo Horvat plays defense, but come on, which roster would you rather be a part of? The Vancouver Canucks right now or the New York Hockey Islanders? We're sending all the best to JT Miller. Hopefully he'll be back for the Canucks in the very, very near future. In the NHL schedule tonight, we only have a handful of Game Over episodes for you. The Senators and Sharks, so we'll check in with our pals over at Game Over Ottawa when that one's over, although that one is going to be a 10:30 face-off for our pals in Ottawa, so all the best to you folks. The Jets and the Kings will have a 8 o'clock Mountain face-off, so you can go check out Game Over Winnipeg. If you want to dive into the Maple Leafs, 5:30 Mountain Time tomorrow is the puck drop for Maple Leafs and Panthers. You can join Game Over Toronto when that one's done. Game Over Vancouver is going as the Canucks take on the Penguins, and Game Over Montreal as the Canadiens and the Blue Jackets are going as well. I don't remember if context-wise I said those games were tonight or tomorrow. Cards on the table, we record and film Game On Hockey the day before, so I don't have to get up super early to record a podcast because I'm a sleepy little guy in the morning. And as of right now, still riding those ADHD meds, baby. So tonight, we're going to have Game Over Montreal, Game Over Calgary, Game Over Toronto, Game Over Vancouver, and Game Over Ottawa, and also Game Over Winnipeg. The Oilers are on their break until Friday. That'll do it for this episode of Game On Hockey. I'm Graham Mosimann. We'll meet you back here tomorrow for another edition of your Rip Around the Hockey World in 10 minutes or less. You can also go check out Hyperdrive Hockey, the brand new show from the Game Over Network, with Max, Stephanie, and Kevin, who dive into the minutia of hockey in a way that we can't on this show. Give them a listen. You'll love them. Have a great day. We'll talk tomorrow.